impact. It's Newton's Panthers going up against Bortles' Jaguars.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Newton on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down, and they're definitely showing blitz here. Back to the air, Newton on second down. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The play clock's running down. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
An absolute zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. That's pulled in at the 32. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. ground. This is Leonard Fournette. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
To throw on second down is Newton. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Defense showing blitz. Now Stewart on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 1st and 10, Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Greg Wilson was the intended target, and it's second down. Throwing again. Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Play clock winding down. Throwing on third down, Newton. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams, but he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
They go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 when he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. So it's third and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Here we go. Green, 39, Black, 58, right.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Hey, Ace. Watch the shit. Here we go now. Green, 39.
On third and long, it's Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Second down, they run with Stewart. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And Gano's kick is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. second down. Here's Fournette. And he's got some space here. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Well, there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw the ability there, the ability to be physical and get downhill. And how about him breaking off a nice gain there?
There's some Adrian Peterson comparisons out there now. That's high praise. Do you think that they're warranted?
Running style, very similar.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trucks over it. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Here we go now.
Here's Bortles to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. He's going to fire. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd down, 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Jaguars now, as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Black 58, rail. Black 58.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Black 58 round. Black 58 round.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depends on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Panthers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll let Stewart try and run. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And now running right through it. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Give him 3 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down, 9 yards to go. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. The Jaguars on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
To throw is Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Caught. Right side. It's Lewis. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And tough sledding. You'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Bortles to throw on second down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Mario Addison able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Throwing now is Bortles. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Star Latulele busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Star Lotulelei in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. There goes Jonathan Stewart. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.